Hey there, boys and girls. Good morning and happy Monday, May 11th. Did you have a great weekend? Did you celebrate your moms? All right, let's get to a story here. Today's story, let me see if I can share my screen with you here. Oh, good. It's always great when it works. There we go. Today's story is Have Fun, Molly Lou Melon. Molly Lou's melon chest overflowed with whoozy whatsits of all sorts of shapes and sizes. Her grandmother had told her back in the olden days, I didn't have fancy dolls or action figures. I made them out of twigs, leaves, and flowers, like hollyhocks and daisies. So she did just that. Here was what she created out of plants and probably a little bit of her toys. Molly Lou Melon's backyard had a big weeping willow and crumbly rock walls with thingamajigs peeking out from every crevice. Her grandmother had told her back in the olden days, I didn't have a store-bought dollhouse. I made one in my backyard. So she did just that. Right up in her tree. Molly Lou's Melon's garage was full of colorful boxes and crates. Her grandmother had told her, back in my olden days, I didn't have a race car. I sat in a cardboard box and sped down the hill. So she did just that. It's a pretty fancy cardboard box, if I do say so. Molly Lou Melon lay on her back in the tall willow grass. Her grandmother had told her, back in the olden days, I didn't have television. I watched the clouds that floated by and I saw lots of things in them. So she did just that. Here it is, all her clouds. One day, a new neighbor moved in next door. When Molly Lou Melon went to welcome their little girl, she heard Gertie say to her mom, I'm bored, 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 bored. Molly Lou Melon invited Gertie over to play. On Monday, Gertie brought out over her darling Darla deluxe dollhouse complete with an electric mixer and working chandeliers. Molly Lou Melon showed Gertie her tree root palace complete with acorn cap dinner plates, woven leaf air conditioning system, and cicada jacuzzis. Gertie was amazed. Made all her own dollhouse stuff. Used a lot of imagination, doesn't it? On Tuesday, Gertie drove over in her battery-operated, fully loaded Coupe de Ville. "Look out below," Molly Melon screamed right before hurtling down the hill in her turbo car box, hand-painted with orange and red flames. Gertie was amazed. On Wednesday, Gertie was going to call Molly Malone on her cell phone, but she heard a strange sound coming from an old tin can that was dangling in her window. "This is the operator. Will you accept a call from Lou Melon?" "Yes," Gertie spoke into the can. "Great, come on over." Click. Gertie was amazed. She has all her different cans going to different people's places. One to Mom, Dad, Patty, Susan, and the dog looking through the telescope. On Thursday, Gertie asked Lou Melon if she'd like to come over and watch cartoons on her big TV. It's 120 inches wide. Molly Lou said no, not today. Thanks, I'm going to go watch the clouds. They're sky wide. Gertie was amazed. On Friday, Gertie brought over a homemade doll with a frilly hollyhock shirt and violets for hair. "It's for your palace," she said, and Molly Lou Melon was amazed. She made her own doll. There we go. There the two of them are looking up at the clouds again. On Friday evening, Molly Lou Melon and Gertie were tired from playing all week. They laid down on the tall willow grass, looking up at the clouds. "I see a butterfly," Gertie giggled, "and a penguin, and a refrigerator." There's her dog chasing a butterfly. Molly Lou Melon opened her eyes wide and grinned her biggest grin. "I see a grandma-shaped cloud winking at me." And Molly Lou Melon winked right back. And on the back it says, "The best thing to play with is a huge imagination." Let's see if we can back here. You're here. Maybe I'm just not the one here. There we go. Hi. I don't know. I don't think that's it yet. Well, let's see. I'm kind of having a hard time here. If I close my visualizer. There we go. Okay, now we're back. Sorry, we got lost there for a minute. All right, so the best thing to play with is a huge imagination. Now, the last story I read to you, I asked you what kind of things that you were doing you like to play pretend with. What kind of things do you look to make come alive? Like the elephant, right? Yeah. So, using your imagination is a super important part of the ways you should play. We shouldn't always be entertained by screen time and by movies, by video games. We need to use our imagination because it strengthens our thinking skills. So today, I want you to think of a new way and a new thing to imagine and tell me about it in your journal write. What's something you could imagine that you've never imagined before? Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.